It looks like I'm live. Hello, everybody. I'm excited because we're having our big event for Good Friday for kids. And I wanted to actually go live on the actual web page, or the YouTube page for Joyful Kingdom Kids. But since I'm still having some issues with YouTube giving me authorization, I can't stop now because we don't have time. Time is of the essence, right? And I want to make sure everyone has an opportunity to get their tickets in California while tickets are still available. The sale just started last night, so you're not that far behind yet. But just wanted to let you guys know that we're having this event for children. I know there's a lot of people, believers, who are always looking for things to do with their kids. Some of them don't want to keep doing the Easter egg hunt, the Easter bunnies, and all that kind of stuff. Some people want to have a good time. Kids love to have fun, good, healthy competition, but they also want to reinforce the reason why we're celebrating Easter, or should I say resurrection weekend. It's a joyful time. I mean, in order to have this celebration, Jesus did have to die. That wasn't the best part, right? But it kind of was, because without his death, there would be no burial, there would be no resurrection. So I have a flyer. You can see it. Let's see. Good Friday celebration, April 3rd. And I'll also upload it as well. But we're so excited. We have so many people. The teams are out getting the word out and letting all the Southern California kids know. Oh, that was horrible. My lip gloss. Okay. Letting all the California kids know about what to expect. So the website is www.joyfulkingdomkids.com. And joyful has two L's, Full. Okay, so anyone who is interested in that, go ahead and head over to that page and get your tickets while supplies last. And just to kind of give you a background about why we're even doing this. So, as you all know, or some of you might not know, I have 3 children. And for my firstborn, I remember it was so hard because she was the only child at the time. And I was always trying to find kids for her to play with. And so, like, so I wouldn't have to be the one playing with all the toys. So I would often have friends from school, from church, family, nieces, nephews, whomever, come over, hang out, occupy her time so that I can occupy my own time. Otherwise, I was, on my knees playing with all the toys as well, which is fun when you feel like it, but don't always want to do that. Anyways, um, but when it came to trying to find Christian, God-friendly events, not really couldn't find too many of them. And I don't want to say that a lot of stuff is corny, but I mean, for children, it's hard to find stuff that's like still kind of reinforces your Christian values, but you could still have fun without compromise. And so that's the reason why I'm finally able to just go ahead and do it. Last year I did quite a few events. They were a little bit smaller than this one. It's just that at some point I started to run out of space, and the venues were not big enough, large enough. So the Lord has blessed in a tremendous way with this opportunity. And I'm trusting it's all faith, because I never considered doing anything like this before. But when the Lord places something on your heart, and you realize it's Him, it's kind of hard to say no. I mean, you can be disobedient if you want to, but what are the consequences of that? So I chose to obey. Um, so that is why the Joyful Kingdom Kids events are here. We've expanded to larger venues, so we can hold more kids, because there's so many kids out there, and there's so many parents who are concerned about, where their kids are going, especially in this day and age, right? You want to know what kind of music is being played. You want to know what kind of things are being reinforced. You want to know that your child is actually getting the right information. And so for those parents, that's what this is about. This, I'm talking to, excuse me, those parents who are concerned about where their children spend their time, what their children, ingest with their eyes on TV or apps and devices, right? The type of music lyrics that are going into their children's ears, the types of things that are being reinforced in their minds. That's what this is for. This is for those parents who love their kids so much and they want to raise them right and they want to train them up in the way that they should go so that when they're old they won't depart from it. This is for those parents with those type of concerns. And so that's who I'm talking to. And so I'm so excited. And yeah, I'm a little competitive with the children, I have to say. I don't believe in everybody getting a trophy. As you can see, my daughter, she has her trophies. And unfortunately, some of those were participation trophies because I remember at one point everyone wouldn't get a trophy. It'd be like the team trophy. Yeah, things are not like that. Well, they weren't when my daughter was a little bit, in elementary school and middle school and her teams. It's like you get the big trophy that everybody got their little take-home trophy without your name on it because everybody's passing out the trophies. That's not what we're doing at any of the Joyful Kingdom Kid events. I must let you know, you're going to win fair and square. I'm sorry. Life is not always fair. Either you win or you lose. We're not. Okay, that's something else. That's separate. I'm just saying I'm going to be competing with whoever is up for a challenge, laser tag, the racing, the go-karts, whatever, what have you. I'm here for it all. And some of the other people that are going to be there as well. I have all these kids talking trash to me, saying that I can't keep up and all that, but we'll see. We will see. Anyway, so more importantly, if you are in the Los Angeles County area, Orange County, San Bernardino, maybe Riverside County. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know of any other events in those areas that are teaching the same values and still having a great time with kids. So it might be worth the drive for you. I don't know. If it were me, I would drive. I mean, I've hopped on a plane before to get my children somewhere that I thought they needed to be. So that's just me. That's how I get down. So for those of you who are looking forward to some godly, Christ-like events where your children can still be kids, it's not weird to be a believer. I mean, that's why so many kids don't want to even go to church because they're bored or they're not learning anything or they're not having a good time, and then there's the other spectrum where all the kids are doing is playing on the games and not learning anything about, Christ and why we're at church. Like you wouldn't even know it's at church. You would think they're at an arcade. So that's what this is about. And that, yeah, pretty much it. So for those of you who have a moment and have children, so the ages, the tickets are for 2 and up because there's always going to be different kids who want to play arcades or whatever. And then there's an entry ticket as well, just for those who just want to come and not do much. There's going to be food, there's going to be music, there's going to be merch, there's going to be gifts, there's going to be all kind of stuff. There's going to be, I kind of overdo it with these events. I do, but it's about the kids. The kids need to enjoy themselves. They need to have fun. They need to know that it is fun to be a Christian. You can still follow, Christ and have a good time. Like, I don't believe Jesus was born when he was down. Boring, not born, boring. I don't believe he was boring when he was here on earth. I mean, I watched The Chosen. It looks like he had a sense of humor. And I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of this stuff is probably not accurate, but I kind of feel like Jesus has a sense of humor by the way that he communicates with me at times, cracking up about certain things. So anyways, I'm very excited about this Good Friday celebration, which is going to be April 3rd, 2026 at 10 a.m. Now, the kids in Los Angeles County, Long Beach County, but Long Beach School District, LBUSD, they are out of school on Good Friday, which is April 3rd. So if you don't have plans for your children yet and you want to have an activity for them to go and have a great time, then it makes sense. It's just perfect. And then it kicks off right into the Easter weekend, and then spring break is the following week. So it's a good way to kick into the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So I normally probably won't be going on this site about these events because there's a different separate page for Joyful Kingdom Kids. However, because of the urgency with the time frame and I'm trying to hurry to get the word out and and things like that. And then a little stipulation with YouTube, I just have to go ahead and go live on here. But since we're talking about that, just remember Young Kingdom Disciples. That's the site that you're on right now. That's this channel is Young Kingdom Disciples. And well, let me just tell you the truth. Honestly, Young Kingdom Disciples and Joyful Kingdom Kids, it's really the same. It's like the same organization, but separate because there's, Joyful Kingdom Kids is an LLC. And then Young Kingdom, Young, help me, Young Kingdom Disciples is has a different kind of gear. So we're all about believers, we're all about kids. So the what it comes down to is believers' children. It's my concern for the youth, this generation, their souls, their experiences, the struggles that they're dealing with, spiritual warfare, everything that they deal with, whether at school, whether at home, whether generational struggles, what have you, right? Kids struggle in so many different areas. But the most important thing is to know that kids start struggling, that they experience spiritual warfare at a young age. It doesn't start when they turn 18. The enemy is crafty, and he's after our children, and he does not wait. He tries to get them. He's not even right. He'll try to get your kid before your kid even knows who they are, which is how he's winning. He's after their identities. He wants to have them confused. He doesn't want them to know who they are in Christ. He doesn't want them to know their authority. He's been studying humans since Adam and Eve, and about familiar spirits and things like that. And so I just really have a passion about the souls of our children, because if we don't get to them sooner than later, then the enemy will. And why would you want to wait until your child has experienced so much trauma and things like that before you deal with it? Why not start early? Address those issues. I know Bev Tucker has expressed that there are kids who have already been performing deliverances and things like that, or going through deliverance. And I think it's important, not to sound spooky and all that, but there's all kind of things going on in the spiritual realm, and it's better that we, get on board ahead of time and do what we need to do than wait. So with that being said, I just wanted to explain the difference, or the similarities between Young Kingdom Disciples and Joyful Kingdom Kids. So think of Joyful Kingdom Kids as like the fun side, right? You get some knowledge about Jesus, but you have a good time and you're playing. You see jumpers, you see events, you see. Think of so like I'm just throw this real quick. Next year we're having for example, a 2027 graduation cruise. And so for the Joyful Kingdom Kids. So there's going to be elementary school kids there celebrating their graduation, right? But we're also going to have some college graduates there, because my firstborn is going to be graduating from her university. So after 4 years. So she's already told me that she wanted a cruise for her graduation. And she had one for high school as well. So anyways, you'll get information about that later on the Joyful Kingdom Kids website. But the point is, just so you understand, Joyful Kingdom Kids. So think about events, think about fun, think about parties, think about birthday parties or graduation parties. We're having a graduation cruise next year. Just a way to still have fun with like-minded people, but still do stuff, like not be feeling like you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything because, oh, I'm a Christian now, oh, I'm a believer, so I can't live my life. No, totally the opposite of that. Totally. And so think of Young Kingdom Disciples as the same group of kids, possibly, just depending on the ones who are struggling with things, or maybe not even struggling. Maybe they just want to be bold in their faith. Maybe they just want to find out how to evangelize. Maybe they just want to grow in Christ. Maybe they just want to learn and strengthen their spiritual gifts, or just improve in different ways. Some of them might just want to find ways to hear the voice of the Lord a little bit better. Maybe they've been struggling with, is God talking to me, or does he care, or I want to have a stronger relationship with him, or I want to read the Bible more, I want to understand the Bible, I don't want to fall asleep every time I read the Bible, I actually want to know about God. So think of Young Kingdom Disciples as that side of it. But at the end of the day, they all come together because they all come under that same umbrella of young believers who have goals to improve or just to have fun with other people in the same positions as they are. So if you're interested, continue. Please also like and subscribe to this channel because we're trying to get the word out. There's going to be some other happenings this summer in LA County, more specifically Los Angeles City and surrounding areas. Then also next year, we're going to be having some stuff out of state, some other events. I think we're thinking right now Texas and I think it was Dallas, Texas, Louisiana, and we're considering Toronto because of Niagara Falls, but we'll see about that. But anyways, we have some other events coming up for Joyful Kingdom Kids, and they're not always going to be in the States. Sometimes they're going to be international, and of course, some of the cruises also are going to be outside of the US. So if you don't have your passports, you and your children, make sure you get your passports so that you'll be ready when it's time for that when that information drops. Okay. But anyways, thank you so much for joining. I'm so excited about April 3rd, which is Good Friday, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, take care.